Hello guys, and welcome to a new WARNO video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you a 1 versus 1 on death row, and I'm going to be using the 3rd Armoured Division on the NATO side. I'm up against Protosszocker. Some of you guys might know him from the Steel Division 2 community. He helps run the Steel Division League, which is now called the Simulated Divisions League, since they're now covering WARNO as well, and will be bringing us tournaments for that. So great guy, has done a ton of work for the Steel Division community, and he's come back from taking a break from gaming for WARNO, and so that's really exciting because he's going to help bring us some awesome tournaments, I'm sure. But I'm going to be up against him in this 1v1 today. He was definitely out of practice on the Soviet side, so I'll give him that disclaimer at the start. But yeah, let's just have a look at what we're doing. So at the start, we've got Kiowa on both sides. These are exceptional optics helicopters, which allow me to see very, very far indeed once they take off. And then the M113A Cavs are going to be my recon units that are starting in like the vanguard positions up the roads. So you've got to remember, in WARNO, as opposed to in Steel Division or Wargame, you now have a vanguard zone for recon units, which is really cool. So they sort of start ahead of the rest of your forces, which allows you to get them into positions to spot the enemy nice and quick, which is really cool. I like that a lot. And yeah, I've got these M113A1 ACAVs moving up, which do have recoilless rifles on them and a couple machine guns. Then behind those, I've got a couple engineer dragon squads that they're going to be heading up towards the centre here, getting in positions to use their ATGMs. I've got Stinger Cs spread out across the front line, just in case any large amount of helicopters come against me, because Protosszocker did kind of perfect the heli rush on the NATO side, so I was kind of tempted to see what he could do with it on the Soviet side, but turns out he didn't do that in the end. But I am going to be moving up my OH-58CS here to try and take down this Mi-8K. My MCAV is currently engaging this BRDM-2 Conkers and does manage to take out one of them. Unfortunately, quite a lot of ATGMs come in there, and my ACAV goes down. This one, in the meantime, is engaging the Sapeli RPO, the RPO being the one with the incendiary launcher. But with all of these BRDM Conkers flying towards me, yep, that's not going to work. So my OH-58CS moves up, but here comes a train of T-80s that Protoss is pushing up. Protoss did start with 3 command units as well, so he's captured Bravo. He's getting the +3 on me at the start. He's got Echo, he's got Foxtrot, and now he's also captured Golf. So I'm actually behind by 5 points on the map, which is quite significant and will add up very quickly. So I'm forced to bring in my own M577 CPC, which is going to head to Delta to capture that, to give me a little bit of a break. M113, they're going to get taken out. My scouts also get revealed, so this blob of Protoss's units is really doing a number on me at the moment, so I'm forced to bring my Kiowas over to help me out. And here go the Hellfire missiles. Boom, there goes one T-80. We've got a lovely flank going on. Can't see any AA just yet, so trying to make the most out of it. Then the Strela 10M comes across. I'm forced to move the Kiowa away, and I'm bringing this one in from the opposite direction. Now, at least I've managed to kind of prevent his advance for the time being, because as you can see, there is absolutely nothing in his way. I didn't buy any Abrams or anything at the start, so I'm just kind of trying to micro the Kiowa in order to get an extra couple missiles on target. Now, because he's a semi-active, I'm unfortunately mis-microing the Kiowa. I wanted to try and get a missile onto the T-80 without obviously getting shot down by the Strela, so I have to kind of move back out of range of the Strela, and I managed to pick it off with a Hellfire. That was really, really nice. That was a really important kill, because now with that gone, what I can do is try and get onto these with my other units, but MiG-23 gonna stop us, blast my Kiowa out the sky. I only have 2 of these on my deck, so losing one is actually really bad for me. But I'm going to bring that back, get it sorted out. I've purchased my own Phantom 2 to help try and take down the enemy MiG there. Now the Dragon squads can quite easily deal with these Conkers for me because the Conkers don't have any way of attacking infantry. So I managed to take out a couple there for free, which is good. Of course the T-80Bs though can do a lot of damage, but he decides not to push on to that since I do have my tow Cobra here with the ITO, and I'm just using my helicopters basically as area of denial to prevent his armor from pushing me too hard, but I am still behind by the +3 in Bravo. Phantom 2 just hanging out above the airfield, or above the battlefield, sorry, to keep us covered against any future aircraft, and that means I can get my Kiowa resupplied. I can bring it back forwards with the cover of the aircraft if I want to. I could also potentially use this to try and shoot down the Mi-8 here. Now my mutt, it's going to move up, get some machine gun fire onto the sapling. These jeeps are actually not as bad as I thought they would be. Like in this game I did move them forward slightly and try and engage units that would find it hard to fight back, and yeah, against infantry that doesn't have AT, the jeeps can actually do quite a lot of damage at close range. But still trying to get my tow Cobra into line of sight the T-80B, but at the moment I can't see it, so the tow Cobra's struggling, and I don't want to move it too far forwards because I can't see behind if there's any AA there. Either way, since Protoss is so engaged in this, so sort of distracted by this engagement on the right-hand side, I decided to actually push up some of my forces that were defending the left-hand side in order to see if I can poke and make some ground. So my M113A Cavs are moving up and putting machine gun fire into the Sapperly. I've got my military police just kind of chilling back here. But these Sapperly can't do anything to these M113s because they have armor, and the Sapperly are only equipped with the incendiary rocket launcher. So I'm just going to move these around and see if I can find his command unit that's currently capturing that sector. Got the M1A1HA Abrams finally on the field. They are quite expensive, 280 points. You get 260 points per minute. So yeah, I had to wait a couple of ticks at least to bring that in. T-80B going to be moving across the open here. Get a nice side shot into that T-80B. He's going to be trying to fall it back. Here comes the Dragon. Straight into the side armor. Didn't reverse it in the right direction in time. So it gets taken out. Now there was the command unit here on this left-hand side, but I managed to find it. As you can see, the burning wreck of the BRDM. It was trying to run away from me in the complex here, but I managed to catch up to it with the recoilless rifle, take it out, and the machine guns are going to help take out the M113, and the military police can move in there with their recoilless to help defend that sector. I also managed to decap Bravo somehow. I don't remember how that happened, but either way, I've now managed to decap or prevent the cap of Protosszocker here at Bravo, and we managed to push him out of Gulf for the time being. Oh, that's what happened. Yeah, I moved my engineer leader in there, so I'm contesting the sector. Sorry, it's because it hadn't updated. Yeah, so we're currently contesting Bravo, which is why it's cancelled it out. So we're at a +2 advantage now. Stinger's moved up here. That's going to be trying to engage the Mi-8. My little team just taking cover in the bushes here. I'm going to be looking to shoot that down. Stingers only do 5 damage per shot. But the Mi-8K does have 1 armor, so we're doing 4 damage. That's how the calculation works. And that's why the Mi-8K there just chilling, not really worried about anything, but check this out. How cool is that? Looks awesome. Alright, anyway. So Stinger takes down the Mi-8K. I blind him on that side. T-80BV actually gets taken out by my recoilless. I think I managed to side shot it with the first shot and then it turned around. So yeah, I did loads of damage there. And now I'm moving up the Abrams. Abrams is engaging the Sapperly while his T-80 is engaging the Dragon squad in the open. I'm able to take out the Sapperly up here. I don't really want to trade with the T-80B, so I actually use the canister to prevent the T-80 from moving forwards and seeing my M1A1, and I'm going to sneak in the mechanized rifles in the meantime, as well as a second M1A1HA Abrams. Now there is the UAZ here. I'm not sure if this could actually see my troops over here, but my unit isn't attacking this because I have the option turned off in the menu, like in the options. By default, you don't attack unarmored transports, so the UAZ is just chilling there. Same deal with this. You have to like manually target them in order to destroy them. In the options, you can turn it so that you do automatically attack transports, and I'd recommend you do so because otherwise your opponent can scout you with unarmored transports quite easily. So we're moving up, trying to take out the T-80B here. He's trying to do a runner. He's already taken quite a bit of damage. I've got the launcher here, which manages to get the last bit of damage done onto that T-80B, and we take it out. 2 BRDM Conkers still left over. With the law, I'm able to try and get a shot on that, but I actually missed both. So it's going to be up to my tanks to make this work. They drive through the forest and pop that poor BRDM there. Bradley's going to start engaging the Strela 10Ms behind, and so we've managed to crush quite a lot of his units there, like T-80 going down, 2 BRDMs, the Strela 10M. Like, all of those things are not exactly cheap when they add up. So yeah, tough for Protosszocker. The MiG-23 coming in there to get a shot onto the Cobra. Unfortunately for him, he misses, and I think my OH-58 maybe hit his MiG, so he moves back. But my M113 here has revealed his BRDM at the back of the map that's contesting the sector, and I move up my M113 here. I also found his BRDM that he's moved into Golf. So I managed to take that out, and he had to basically do that because he's bleeding points with me capturing Golf. And so that's actually like a +4 with me holding Golf, and I'm currently doing that on the left-hand side here with the engineer leader. He's trying to arty it, but it's just out the way. He's going to bring in a helicopter though, and with the Metis, he's going to be able to finally take that out. Goodbye, engineer leaders. And bringing up some more military police there. I've also got 2 chaparrals on the way, so we're going to be able to deal with that Mi-24. But with pushing the BRDM-2 out of the sector here, we've managed to make it a +5 since Bravo's worth +3. So every time, you know, he's trying to take back one side, I'm pushing on the other. So I pushed on the left because he was pushing me on the right, and then as soon as he pushes me back on the left, I'm pushing on the right. So OH-58 there uses its last missile on the Mi-8K, doesn't manage to shoot it down, unfortunately. I've got my Abrams moving up here, which is pretty scary up against the Mi-24 because I can't really do much against the Mi-24. And then we've got also the Su-25 coming in with the HGM, but it misses, thankfully. But my 2 chaparrals are on the way. They're going to be trying to shoot down these helicopters as soon as they get in range. The range on these isn't terribly long. If I click on one, 2,800 meter range versus helicopters. The other thing is that the Mi-24V is technically out of line of sight, as you can see, because it's currently low. My mutt does eventually kill this UAZ, as I realise it's there, and then it gets a buttload of artillery on it. My H1F Cobra moving forwards here to engage these artillery pieces because they were so close to the front line. Just trying to get the toe on target, get into a position where I can attack these from the right direction, but Protosszocker did end up bringing up some more AA. My tow Cobra goes down, his Mi-24V goes down to the chaparrals, and one of them's completely out of ammunition now. So the M1A1s are safe once again, although this one's getting pretty low on fuel. But with the +5 and with my position in this sector, the game is pretty much over at this point. We just get to enjoy the beautiful aircraft being shot by these missiles. CATB engaging the infantry through the cover there. You can imagine it's using like its infrared to spot the infantry. A shot coming in there to try and hit my tanks once again. The RDM suicides. And at that point I pretty much knew that that was game. Here comes the Phantom, looking for the kill onto the Su-25. Su-25, tanky boy, that's for sure. Left with 1 health there. And MiG-23 gonna be coming in to respond. Now, aircraft in WARNO do have like a time to target, so they don't come in instantly like they used to in Steel Division 2. Managed to turn that just in time to avoid getting side shot there. Really slow on the smoke from me. Get one of my M1A1s actually side shot by the Su-25. Nice kill by Protoss towards the end here. But yeah, anyway, going back to what I was saying, aircraft have a time to target now, so they don't come in instantly. So if somebody's like flying around with a superiority fighter, or they come in with an airstrike, you kind of have to almost predict it, or already have your air superiority fighter out if you want to like effectively take them on, because for the most part the enemy aircraft will probably get out before you can actually react. So yeah, I think it says in the armory how long it takes for a unit to come in after you select it, like for aircraft that is. So definitely make sure to go check that out. But yeah, in the end, it does say it's a draw because something funny going on at the moment with the command points in the game. But 3,185 kills, 1,905 losses. Nice fun game there. My first 1v1 against Protoss. And once he gets more familiar with the Soviet side, I'm sure we'll have a rematch at some point. That would be fun. But definitely praise to Protosszocker for all the work he's done in the Steel Division 2 community with all of the tournaments and stuff, and I'm really looking forward to the WARNO tournament that's going to be starting once the game goes into early access and you guys will get your hands on it. There's going to be a nice tournament to get us started. So yeah, looking forward to doing that, and I will of course be casting it as well. One thing I will say, do use these M113A3 cabs. I think the recoilless rifles are really strong. Same with the military polices, they have the M67 recoilless. It allows you to side shot stuff that just doesn't expect it. So you can see a military police unit taking out a T80. This costs really like no points in comparison. So yeah, definitely worth looking out for that. His little blob at the start did really scare me, but it was kind of like a meme start. He had like all of the BRDM2 Conkers he could have, and plus the T80Bs, and then like one Strela. And once I shot the Strela with the Hellfire, he was vulnerable to the HGMs and he couldn't keep advancing, so he had to kind of play it more cautiously after that, which left him more or less as a sitting duck on that right hand side and allowed me to push on the left hand side in the meantime. And that's what opened up the game. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that short but sweet 1v1. It gives you kind of a little bit of an idea of the multiplayer aspects in 1v1. I think the games in general will be probably between like the 20 to 40 minute mark in competitive play generally. This was actually quite a fast one. But again, I think it comes down to Protoss not really being too familiar with the Soviet units. Didn't really use like the Protosszocker Metis, which are really strong, for example. So yeah. Anyway, fun game. GG to Protoss, and again, thanks to him for everything he does in the community. But that is it for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. More WARNO content to come. I'm just going to keep pumping these videos out for you guys so you can see everything there is to offer, and I'll try and offer all of the tidbits I can. And if you guys need to know anything or want to ask me any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. But that is it. Yeah, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more WARNO content if you're not already, and of course make sure to check out my Twitch channel where I stream WARNO, Steel Division and other stuff as well. So follow me there, and I tend to stream at 8 PM on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, sometimes Saturdays as well, but it's very rare that that actually happens because I'm usually busy. But that is it. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.